Welcome to Max Strong Stadium on the campus of Brookstone School, where the GIAA quarterfinals kick off under the Friday night lights. The second-seeded Brookstone Cougars, rested from a first-round bye, opened their playoff run at home against their biggest rival, the Pacelli Vikings. Seventh-seeded Pacelli punched their ticket here with a 34-7 first-round win over Loganville Christian last week. The stakes are high, the history runs deep, and the kickoff is moments away on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Hi again, everyone. I'm Scott Miller. My pleasure to welcome you to the Brookstone G2 Commercial Game of the Week, proudly presented by Glenn Smith Chevy GMC, Coca-Cola, Kinetic Credit Union, and Jack Houston Memorial Hospital and Houston Clinic. Joined by my old pal Mike Peacock. And Mike, this is a rivalry and a quarterfinal playoff game. Doesn't get much better.
That's absolutely right, Scott. You know, the difference between this and the regular season meeting between these two teams is somebody's going home for the year tonight after this game, and there's a lot riding on it, and that makes this one even bigger. It enhances that rivalry quite a bit.
The referee is getting set for the coin toss down below. As you can see, we'll see who wins the toss. Nice crowd gathering. We had rain earlier, none now. There's a chance somewhere in the 9 o'clock area we could get a little light rain again, but we hope that it holds off. The field drains well. Wasn't a lot of rain, but it is a little slick down there, Mike, so that could play a part tonight.
It definitely could. You know, the grass is wet. The football's going to get wet, Scott. You know, that could play into some turnover issues for both teams. It's not going to be limited to one or the other, so there'll be something to watch as the game goes along.
As you see, Pacelli has won the toss, and they have elected to defer. This was a 19-14 Brookstone win here in the regular season. Mike, it went down to the final 17 seconds with Pacelli with the ball, 4th and 4 at Brookstone's 19. They got 4 yards. It wasn't enough, and Brookstone had the kneel down in the win.
And that was a hard-fought game, Scott. And I remember I wasn't able to be here for that one. I was calling another game somewhere else, but I remember seeing the highlights on the news and being surprised at how close that game was. You know, you and I had called a couple of games early in the year with Brookstone, and they were cooking and playing really well. But I tell you, since that game, I'll give Pacelli a lot of credit. They had a slow start to the year, but new coach Smitty Greider has found something with this team the last several weeks, and they have been playing much better football over the second half of the season.
In that game, Mike, Broughton Branch only 5 of 10 for 63 yards, and those 3 categories are the fewest all season. Mm-hmm. And that was sort of the tipping point for Coach Ian Headley, that and the game following the following week. He said that we just need to get back to what we were doing early in the season. We got away from it a little bit. We need to get back to the bubble screens, the quick throws out in the flat, the slants, and that's what they did against Strong Rock. They had a week off. We'll see what happens tonight.
Absolutely. It's, you know, they were as polished an offense early in the season as I think I'd seen, and they were doing what they do best. And you saying that they got away from that a little bit explains a lot as to some of the results that they experienced in the middle of the year. But I look for them to be right back doing what they do best tonight, and emotions are high for sure on both sides.
Kingston Terry and Sammy LeBoy back deep. And Pacelli gets ready to kick it off. And the quarterfinal playoff game is underway. LeBoy fumbled it, picked it up at the 20, 25, 30, and he slipped up to the 35-yard line.
Well, that may be the first time, Scott, that we've seen the wet turf affect something right there, because Sammy LeBoy went to make a cut toward the sideline and just lost his feet. And if he makes that cut, Scott, it might have been a much better return for Brookstone, but good field position nonetheless.
And they're going to mark it at the 34-yard line. Broughton Branch brings them back. One back in the backfield is Deacon Leatherwood. Two to the top. Everybody else in tight. Broughton going to hand it to Deacon, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage and then drive him back.
Deacon Leatherwood on the carry.
That was a good job of pursuit in there by Pacelli.
Number 10, Uriah Mazik in on the tackle.
I want to say, actually, I don't have a number 23, and that's looked like what that number was on that defensive end over there that pursued from the backside and made that initial hit.
Trips to the right. They're stacked in the slot. Going to throw it out over the head of Sammy LeBoy and almost behind him.
Yeah, I was going to say that was.
They may be calling that, Mike.
They may be calling that a lateral because it looked as though it went backwards. I believe the official on the side over there is marking it back there.
Yep.
It is. They are going to mark it as a loss. That pass went backwards. So not a good start so far for Brookstone here, and they're going to have 3rd and long.
Yeah, back at the 28. Empty backfield. Trips to the right, 2 to the bottom. Branch back to pass. It's a design run, and the Vikings are ready for him and eat him up right at the line of scrimmage.
Number 10, Broughton Branch on the carry. Pick up of a couple. It's going to bring up 4th down.
So Jimmy Hunter will come in to punt.
Yeah, that drive, Scott, just never materialized anything for Brookstone there as they were stopped for no gain on the 1st down, and then the backwards pass, and then the great job by the Pacelli defense right there. Brookstone was hoping to catch him in a blitz and slip past him with that quarterback run, and they had none of it.
It's like Jason Davis is back deep right around his 35. Snap is good, and the kick is off, and will take a Brookstone bounce. And all the way inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line.
Got a great roll out of that kick right there, Scott. As far as distance in the air, it didn't cover a lot, but when it hit the ground, it really scooted forward.
Yeah, they actually mark it back at the 16-yard line. 10:17 on the clock in the first quarter. By the way, our producer tonight is Chris Gates. Lewis Sandville on the main camera and Dave Plata on the field camera. Fantastic crew for you tonight for this big ball game.
Yes, that Dave Plata.
That's what happened to it. Dustin Sherman in an empty backfield. Now he's going to send a man in motion. That puts 3 on the right side. He throws back across to the left.
Good job.
A really nice open field tackle over there. That was MJ Archibald.
Yep. With a nice open field tackle. 2nd and 8.
Good job by MJ getting out there and getting the shoestrings and kept that to a minimal gain. They had a nice little screen set up, Scott. If MJ doesn't make that tackle, it's probably going to be a nice gain. But Pacelli gets 2 on the play.
This Brookstone defense has been the heart and soul of this team all year long. Man in motion, Sherman. Back to pass, is going to tuck it, and Savon Kelly gets him from behind.
Number 81, Savon Kelly, in on the stop.
He got a couple more there. It's going to be 3rd and about 6, Scott. So Brookstone would like nothing more than to get off the field right here on defense. And Pacelli going to try to dial something up here to get a 1st down and keep this drive going.
They're in the pistol this time. That's DJ Colvin behind him, going to hand it to him, and they eat him up in the backfield.
Wow.
What a start by both these defenses.
Absolutely. I saw number 7, Jacob Hack, in there. I don't know, I couldn't catch all the jersey numbers, but Jacob Hack was in on that play, and they just buried that play for a loss of a couple, and so both teams go 3 and out on their first possession.
Sammy LeBoy standing at his 44-yard line. The kick is blocked. Blocked in the end zone. And did he save it? Touchdown, Cougars!
Unbelievable.
Kingston Terry somehow kept it from going out of the back of the end zone. The official was right on top of it, and the block kick leads to 6.
I tell you, Scott, I didn't think Kingston Terry was going to save that from going over the end line, and he somehow did for the touchdown. Had to watch the official to see what he was going to signal, and he went up with both hands for the touchdown.
I couldn't tell who blocked it. Maybe we can get a replay and as we look at it here later. Jimmy Hunter will try the extra point. And
blocked.
That is blocked.
Wow.
And you can't advance it in high school.
In the college game you can, and you can actually get a 2-point play out of it, but not here in high school.
So the Cougars take a 6-0 lead. This is the commercial game of the week on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. All right, so what a start, 6-0. Brookstone on top after the blocked punt was recovered in the end zone by Kingston Terry, who somehow kept it from touching the white line in the back of the end zone. Jimmy Hunter, a line drive kick, and it's fumbled, picked up at the 10, the 15, and the 20, 25, 30, and finally driven out of bounds over there about the 33-yard line. That was a nice return after he bobbled it on the goal line.
Yeah, that was a squibbing kick. I think Jimmy may have mishit that one a little bit, Scott, but it ended up being effective. It was kind of hard to pick up, but once he did pick it up, he was able to find some blocking and get to the sideline over there and made a nice return out of it to give them good field position.
So they'll mark it at the 32. They're in the pistol. Sherman going to hand it off to Carino, trying to get outside, and he's met there. He's driven down about the 34. M.J. Archibald was in there, and William Gilly was in there.
A couple of yards for Carino there. He's come on strong. We were talking to Dave Plata before the game, and Dave said he's played most of the year with a toe injury that has hampered him a little bit, but it hasn't affected his speed and his burst. He's had a good year.
Colvin has checked in for him. They're in the pistol again. Fake to Colvin. Rolls, and he's sacked in the backfield by A.J. Hayes.
Well, he just had nowhere to go right there as Hayes was unblocked and was in his face the whole time, and he couldn't afford to stop and try to get a pass off, and Hayes just finally exploded on the tackle, and a big loss. It's going to be third and about 19 or 20 here, Scott?
Well, those three linebackers have been something. M.J. Archibald, Harrison Baker, and A.J. Hayes to go along with that outstanding front. And they bobbled the ball. He picked it up.
It's on the ground.
He's on the ground again, diving for it. I think the Vikings fell on it, and they did.
And that'll bring up fourth down, so another 3 and out for Pacelli. And another chance for Brookstone to get some good field position.
Going to bring up fourth and about 19. Samuel Boyd, deep to receive.
So they mark it at the 24. Sammy LeBoy back around his 39-yard line. Snap is back. He gets this one off.
Good kick.
And Sammy backpedals. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. And a great run inside the 10-yard line by Sammy LeBoy.
Boy, Scott, it's been a while since I've seen Sammy LeBoy return a kick, but he had a burst of speed at the beginning of that and just ran by the first 4 defenders that were down there covering. Looked like they had good coverage on the punt, and he just ran right by that first line of defense. And once he got into the open field, he used a couple of moves and really got going. And an excellent return for LeBoy.
I think they're going to mark it around the 10. There's a player down on the far side. They'll mark it right at the 10. So a 50-yard punt return.
Can't tell. That might be LeBoy that's down. Up now.
It is Sammy. Well, I will tell you this. Sammy this week has been dealing with, it's not a hamstring, but it's a tightness up top of the leg. And he appears to be okay. He's jogging off the field. But he was full speed in practice, but he was bothered by that a little bit. And perhaps that's what that was over there. But good news that he was jogging off and looked okay.
Brought a big cheer from the crowd when he started jogging across the field.
So first and goal, right at the 10-yard line. So special teams been the flavor of the day for the Cougars early in this one. Gray Jones in the backfield. Wing back is Stuart Wolf. Gonna keep it. Broughton up the middle, and they push their way close to the 5-yard line, just shy of that.
Looks like it's going to be down to the 5-yard line. Second and goal.
Second and goal at the 5.
Checked back into the ball game.
And Sammy LeBoy checks back into the game. Big roar from the Cougar fans. He's in the slot to the right. J.J. Jones is out beyond him. Gray Jones in the backfield. Going to hand it to Gray inside the 5, driving toward the goal line, down to about the 2-yard line or so.
Just short there. Looked like he got a good push toward the goal line, Scott, but Pacelli was able to hold him out. Third and goal from about the 2.
Two receivers to the right. Gray Jones, the lone running back. Stuart Wolf is the wing back to the left. Broughton is going to keep it himself. Drives toward the goal line. Did he get in?
He did.
Yes, he did. Touchdown, Cougars. A 3-play touchdown drive. And it's 12-0. Let's see if Coach Headley is going to go for two to try to reclaim the. No, he sent Jimmy out there.
Jimmy's out there. Yeah, I was looking for that too to see if they might try the 2-point play.
It's a little early to start chasing points, probably.
Scott, on that first extra point, the snap was a little bit to the backside of the holder, and that kind of threw the timing off, and that may have led to the block. We'll see if the snaps improved this time.
Gray Jones is the holder. The snap is back, it's down, and it's low.
Yeah, that one kind of skipped back to the holder, and he did his best to get it on the tee. And Jimmy just hit it low. And Pacelli had another good rush on that one as well, Scott.
12-0, Cougars on top early in this one. This is the Brookstone Game of the Week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
Scott Miller, Mike Peacock back at Max Strong Stadium where Brookstone leads at 12-0. A couple of early touchdowns set up by the special teams. Missed 2 extra points though, and Jimmy Hunter will boom it out of the back of the end zone.
Jimmy Hunter booms the ball out of the back of the end zone. It's going to be first down at the 20-yard line.
So the third possession for the Vikings. Both teams went 3 and out on their first possession. The only difference was on the fourth play of that first possession for Pacelli. They had it blocked, the punt.
Yep.
Into the end zone. All right, Sherman's got Colvin dotting the I in the pistol. 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Got a wing back. Going to hand it to Colvin.
A big hole.
And drives up close to the first down marker, and he should have it.
Number 81, Savon Kelly in with another stop.
Yeah, that was
That's going to move the chains.
a well-run play by the offense that time. The offensive line got their blocks and got a crease. And when you give Colvin a crease, he's going to bust through it, and he gets the first down.
One receiver to the top. Little confusion now. They bunch everybody in on the right side. In the pistol again. They send a man in motion, comes set. Going to hand it again to Colvin. Colvin's got another 8 or 9 yards.
He's right at the marker.
Harrison Baker
And they're going to give him 10, it looks like.
Lost his helmet, so he's going to have to come out for a play.
It was 10 yards exactly.
That's going to move the chains. First down.
So Colvin has been.
Timeout, Cougars.
So Brookstone has called a timeout. We'll take the timeout with them. This is the G2 Commercial Game of the Week at Brookstone on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Glenn Smith's closing out the year is here. Get massive savings on GMC Sierras and Canyons. Full-size GMC Sierras, almost $15,000 off. GMC Canyons, over $5,000 off. Or take advantage of 0% financing. Plus, no payments until March of next year. Now is the time for end-of-year savings at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
At Planet Fitness, there's strength in numbers. The number of different workouts to do.
1, 2, 3.
Different clubs to do it in. Friends to do it with.
Looking good, everybody.
Here we are.
And the number of ways to recover from it all.
You got this, come on.
And it all adds up to one membership. The Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location. Bring.
All right, Cougars take the timeout. Back in play now. Going to hand it off to Cam Carino this time. Breaks a tackle. Ball is loose. It's rolling on the ground, and Pacelli dove on it. Wow.
Boy, that was fortunate. That thing got poked out of there, and Scott went about 7 or 8 yards ahead of the play when it came loose.
There was a fumble on the play, recovered by number 8, J.D. Davis.
J.D. Davis recovered it. So it's at the 38 of Brookstone. Another good run that time by Carino, but he had the ball punched out, as Mike said, and all the way down the field. The fumble covered as much ground as the run.
It did.
Going to hand it off to Colvin, and he struggles to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Getting tackled by a host of Cougars.
Good job of closing up the hole there, Scott. And I don't think the way they're marking it, it doesn't look like he got back to the line of scrimmage, about a yard short. So a tackle for loss there by Brookstone.
So 2nd down and 11. Colvin's in the backfield. In the shotgun this time. Going to throw out into the flat. It's complete. 5, 10 yards. And wrestled out of bounds is Jason Davis.
Number 8, J.D. Davis.
J.D. Davis.
Yeah, they put Davis in motion there, ran him around behind, and you could kind of see them setting that play up on the last play, Scott. They gave it on the last play. This time they threw the swing out in the flat to him, and he had the edge and made a big play.
1st down at the Brookstone 16. Back in the pistol. Colvin is the tailback. J.D. Davis goes in motion. Going to hand to Colvin. Colvin up the middle. He's driving down toward the 15-yard line for another 1st down.
Well, this is they've found something here, Scott, on this drive, and they've made some adjustments with their offensive line, and they are starting to hit some blocks and really get some seams and creases in there for Colvin and Carino to run through. And most of their success here has been on the ground.
Carino is in now. Sherman in the pistol. 1 receiver to the right, 3 to the left, and a flag, and let's see what the call is.
I believe it's a false start or an offense, or maybe an offside and encroachment call against the offense. I believe it is going to go against the Vikings.
I think they lined up. Offsides.
I believe so.
Because that's what the guy on the far side indicated right away. So that backs it up to the 20, 1st and 15. In the pistol again. Bunch to the left. Going to hand it up, driving down toward the 15. They get the 5 yards back on the penalty. So 2nd and 10.
Pickup. It's going to bring up 2nd and long.
Sherman looks to the sideline to get play instructions. In the pistol, Colvin is the running back this time. Snap is low, handed to Colvin. Good cut. Down to just short of the 5-yard line.
Maybe about a yard short of the 1st down, and they're doing a really excellent job on the offensive line now, Scott, of getting on their blocks and staying open, staying on them, opening a hole.
So 3rd and 1 at the 6-yard line. Snap is a bad one. Colvin picks it up. He's trying to get away. He got loose. Driving toward the marker, and he's going to be short, I think.
Yep.
So another mistake by Pacelli.
I didn't see if really, just didn't see quite if that was a snap that was offline or if it was just a drop by Sherman. Now they're in a Wildcat.
I know it was low, and the Wildcats should have the 1st down.
Got inside the 5 to about the 4, maybe inside the 4 there. And that's going to be 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Jacob Hack and Harrison Baker in on the
Looks
stop.
like they're going to stay in the
Leads
Wildcat
to 1st and goal.
with Carino.
Carino usually runs it out of this Wildcat, but not this time. A handoff, and he has met the ball's on the ground.
Brookstone got it.
Brookstone's got it. Brookstone got the ball.
Cougars have it. Almost on a 1st down.
Jacob Hack fell on that football, and the Cougars come up big again.
Unbelievable.
This has been a nightmarish first half for the Vikings so far, and a dream for the Cougars. So at the 4, with 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Make that the 7. Beg your pardon, at the 7-yard line. Broughton going to throw out in the flats to Sammy LeBoy, and Sammy is run out of bounds after a short.
To number 9, Sammy LeBoy.
About a 5 or 6 yard gain right there on the quick hitter.
It's going to be 2nd down.
Get a little breathing room here, Scott.
Got out to about the 12. Branch gonna hand it off to Deacon Leatherwood, and they're gonna stop him right at the line of scrimmage, and that's gonna get us to the end of the first quarter. We played one in the state quarterfinals at Brookstone with the Cougars leading Pacelli 12-0 on the G2 Commercial Game of the Week on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
All right, Scott Miller, Mike Peacock back here as we get ready to start the second quarter. Again, our producer is Chris Gates. On the main camera, Louis Sandville tonight. Field camera is Dave Plata. 12-0, Cougars on top. And it's been a mistake-filled game so far by Pacelli, and the Cougars have taken advantage of it.
They really have. They've been opportunistic so far. You know, Pacelli had to put together an excellent drive to get down inside the 5 that time, Scott, and the turnover just came at the worst time. And now Brookstone with the ball back again. They're going to try to get a sustained drive here going and use some clock here in the second quarter.
They've got to get we're waiting on the chains to come down.
And the officials, they run like I do.
And they look like I do. I resemble that look.
Absolutely. Really short steps there. My knees hurt, my knees hurt, my knees hurt.
And a certain part of their body is out in front of the rest.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so it's a 14-yard line, 3rd down. And I think everybody's set now. Broughton has Deacon Leatherwood in the backfield. Sammy LeBoy up top. And Kelly and Jones at the bottom. That is Stuart Wolf, who goes in motion. Comes set now on the right side. Broughton throws out. Oh, in and out of the hands of Sammy. Incomplete.
Well, Sammy tried to run with that before he caught it, Scott. It's just classic. Taking an eye off of it, looking upfield, trying to see where his daylight was, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
So Jimmy Hunter will try to get it off. And it looks looks like Caps green.
Number 84, Jimmy Hunter.
Tell you, the kicking game's been an adventure tonight on both sides, really.
Oh, it sure has. Snap is a good one. Jimmy's kick is off. Fair catch called for just inside the 50-yard line, and that's where the Vikings will set up shop there.
Well, give Pacelli some credit right there. Their defense did exactly what they needed to do after the turnover and got the ball back in the hands of the offense. So we'll see what goes on here. They've got the ball in positive territory at the 49.
They got down inside the 10 their last drive and fumbled. They had a blocked punt recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. They gave up a long punt return to set up the second Brookstone touchdown, but Brookstone missed both extra points. In the shotgun now with the running back on his right shoulder, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And back to pass, and throwing long, he's got a man wide open for a touchdown. Caps green.
Well, they just outmanned everybody that time, Scott. I don't know what happened on the coverage, but they had an extra man over there that wasn't covered and was wide open. Sherman found him, hit him with a strike, and it's a touchdown for Pacelli.
They had 2 guys wide open. One was out to the right of Green. Now let's see how the Vikings and Arsenault does on their extra point attempt.
It all lies in the snap.
Snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. And with 11:41 left in the second quarter, it's Brookstone 12, Pacelli 7 here on the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's morning show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's morning show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's morning show, and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
All right, Scott and Mike back here at Max Strong Stadium, where the Vikings have struck long, as they did twice in the regular season game. Their 2 touchdowns were long touchdown run and pass, and there's a flag on that little pooch kick.
I would imagine they'll kick this one again.
They will.
Smitty Grider wants to talk to the official. And he's not happy.
Yeah, the referee trying to explain what happened.
Offsides on the kickoff.
So offsides, they'll back it up to the 35. In the regular season game, their 2 touchdowns came, Pacelli's 2 touchdowns came on a 60-yard run and an 80-yard pass. Deja vu all over again early on. We got to pick up the flag, and the still laying in the field, but the officials are still talking with Coach Grider. Smitty, as you said, is not a happy camper at the moment. I don't think anything's going to change.
Guys, while we got some time, we would like to thank Bo Bickerstaff, Jason Branch, Bradley Jones, and Jason Kelly for volunteering.
Special thanks to Jack Hayes and G2 Commercial, the title sponsor for all Brookstone game broadcasts this year.
They don't get paid nearly enough, and they all have wonderful personalities.
If Brookstone wins this game, they will host a semifinal game next week. If Pacelli wins, they will be on the road for the semifinals.
And now we've got every official over there as the white hat continues to discuss with Smitty Greider. It seems kind of simple. It seemed like it was an offside penalty. I'm not sure what the hullabaloo is about, but there must be some misunderstanding because now the officials are discussing amongst themselves.
Well, that could always lead to something interesting.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, if they reverse this, then they're going to have to listen to Coach Headley.
Absolutely. I don't think there's going to be a reversal, but there may be some clarification for the next time.
All right,
and they are going to reverse it.
Yep. Wow.
There actually was not offside on the play. And I really wasn't sure why the official in the back threw his flag. I didn't see another one on the field, and usually it's one of these two side judges that throws the flag for offside.
Sammy LeBoy and Kingston Terry back deep. They're going to pooch it to try to keep it away from Sammy, and it's caught by Harrison Baker. 35, 40, 45, 50, and he runs over a man and runs him out of bounds. Harrison Baker, the senior linebacker, and he comes up limping. Oh, my.
And he didn't come up limping until well after the play. I'm not sure what he did. He looked like he turned his ankle when he came back onto the sideline cover there.
My goodness.
And he's down on the track.
He's holding his right ankle. And there's a flag on the field to top all of that. Man. Harrison, who has had time in the backfield this year, he and M.J. Archibald.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he was not injured during the play. It was well after the play when he turned around and started back toward the bench. It looked like he just turned his ankle, rolled his ankle somehow, and I'm not sure if it was at the edge of the sideline cover that the Cougars have on the sideline or what, but something caused him to roll that ankle, and he came up limping.
And to add insult to injury, literally, holding on Brookstone. So I wipe off his good, man, you hate to see that for Harrison and for the Cougars. He is a big component in that defense. One of the three amigos, the three great linebackers that they have.
So the penalty was holding on the kickoff. On the
He's not putting a lot of weight or any weight right now on that ankle.
First down at the 31.
Very unfortunate.
So back to the 31 is where they'll begin this drive. Two receivers to the bottom of the screen. LeBoy's in the slot. Gray Jones in the backfield. Fakes to him. Throws out in the slot over there to Mitchum Kelly. And Mitchum's got a first down and more up to the 45-yard line. 40, just short of the 45.
Picks up a Cougar first down.
You see it with the play calling, Mike, something we talked about with Brookstone, Coach Ian Headley saying that they needed to get back to what they were doing well early in the season, and that's an example right there.
Well, when you've got playmakers like Mitchum Kelly and LeBoy, just give them the ball and let them make plays. Try to get them some space and let them make some plays, and both of those guys can turn it on once they catch the football.
Kelly's up top. LeBoy's in the slot. Jones out wide to the right. Gray Jones in the backfield, and he is up to about the 48-yard line. They'll mark it at the 48. Second down. At their own 48. Same formation. Two to the top, two to the bottom. Gray Jones in the backfield. Gonna throw out to Sammy LeBoy. Sammy at the 50, 45.
Oh, good tackle.
Pass complete to Sammy LeBoy.
Just enough for a first down. That was a good tackle.
Good solid tackle by Cordell Thomas in the open field, but it's a first down for the Cougars.
So back down to the 44-yard line of Pacelli. Everybody's in tight on the left side. We got 2 to the right. LeBoy's in the slot. Gray Jones in the backfield. And going to hand it to Gray. He's got 5. He's got 10. Just short of 10. Give him 9.
Well, that hole opened up on the right side of the line there, Scott, and one guy got a hand on Gray as he came through the seam, and he was able to get about 8 yards there.
They say his knee went down at the 36-yard line. So 2nd and 2. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Gray in the backfield again. Going to get it again. Easy first down and a lot more. Still going. Down to the 20. Down to just shy of the 15-yard line. Gray Jones.
Boy, a really nice job by the offensive line right there, Scott, to open a hole. They walled it off, and Gray Jones hit the hole and had daylight and gets all the way down to the 15.
Someone's called a time. Brookstone has called time. We'll take the timeout with them here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
All right, Scott and Mike back at Max Strong Stadium. 12-7 Cougars, 9:15 left to go in the second quarter of the quarterfinal game. But the Cougars driving. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line of Pacelli. Deacon Leatherwood is the back on the shoulder of Broughton. 1 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Now Deacon goes in motion, so you got trips to the right now. Now he comes, there's Sammy LeBoy motions back next to Branch and going to hand it to Sammy, but the Pacelli defensive line was waiting on him and stopped him for no gain.
Boy, they really were waiting on him there. There was one guy trying to block 2 Pacelli defenders on that side of the line, and that play was kind of doomed from the start.
So 2nd down and 10. Gray Jones back in there. Stuart Wolf is the wing back to the left. Going to hand it off to Gray. He's got 5. Driving toward the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Cougars. What a run by Gray Jones.
What a nice run and a good job by the offensive line again. I tell you, they really blocked that series of plays well, Scott, and gave them some running room. And Gray Jones toted the mail on that drive.
Gray Jones, who's been playing mostly at cornerback this year, outstanding cornerback. He was running back number 1 last year, but he's moved to defense, but he's run a good bit from the midpoint of the season on. Now the Cougars are going to go for 2 since it's 18. They missed their first 2 extra points.
And Pacelli has to take a timeout there. I don't know if they had the right personnel or had too many people on the field, but they got a quick timeout called.
So that's their first timeout.
Folks, how about some recognition for this outstanding offensive line tonight? Got Sam Coe, Aiden Reed, Hayes Kendall, TJ Whitfield, Aries Smallwood.
If the Cougars win tonight, as we said, they'd be hosting a semifinal game. You can see that here next week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. But it's a long way to go. It's already been a kind of a crazy game. 18-7. Brookstone came out to go for 2, and Pacelli called time, and both sides came back out. Now they're back to the bench, and Pacelli has called time. So, again, back-to-back timeouts. We're at the 8:38 mark in the second quarter. And that was a 16-yard touchdown run by Gray Jones.
It's got a quick little update from Macon. Point of interest. Stratford leads Calvary 23-0 in the second quarter.
Stratford has had a great season. They're the #1 seed. But tip of the cap to Calvary, though. What a job they've done this year, and they had a tremendous comeback in the first round game on the road last week.
Well, they really did. It was a big win for them, and congratulations to the Knights.
Boy, what is going on here? We've had we've had back-to-back timeouts. Now Coach Grider's not happy again about something.
All right, fans. Cougars are on the field to attempt the 2-point conversion.
The officials are still talking with the Pacelli coaches, an assistant coach and head coach Smitty Grider.
Folks, I know Van Halen is telling you to jump, but it's been raining tonight. These bleachers may be slippery, so do not, in fact, jump.
All right, the referee has concluded his talk with Coach Grider. 2-point conversion. Now the referee is talking with the Cougar offense. Been a lot of talking going on tonight.
There has.
All right, Broughton Branch has Deacon Leatherwood in the backfield. 2-point conversion. Sammy LeBoy, J.J. Jones out to the right. Mitchum Kelly up top to the left. Stuart Wolf, the wingback. Broughton going to throw. Complete to Mitchum Kelly. The 2-point conversion. A slant wide open.
Boy, Mitchum Kelly off the line, Scott. He had tight man coverage over there, and he just made a little stab move and came to the inside and was so quick. He was wide open. And the 2-point conversion is good.
20-7. Brookstone goes up with 8:38 left in the first half here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Glenn Smith's closing out the year is here. Get massive savings on GMC Sierras and Canyons. Full-size GMC Sierras, almost $15,000 off. GMC Canyons, over $5,000 off. Or take advantage of 0% financing. Plus, no payments until March of next year. Now is the time for end-of-year savings at Glenn Smith's GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
All right, Scott Miller, Mike Peacock back at Max Strong Stadium. 20-7, Brookstone on top of Pacelli. 8:38 left in the first half of the quarterfinals. Jimmy Hunter will kick again. And this one, he booms it all the way out of the end zone on the fly, and Pacelli will take over at the 20.
I wonder if Jimmy gets extra points if he hits the play clock, which he did that time on the bounce.
He's got a tremendous leg. All right, so Pacelli with 8:38 on the clock here in the second quarter.
Scott, they hit a quick, big play last drive, and they had a sustained drive before that ended in a turnover. Let's see if they what they come out and do here on offense this time.
In the pistol, Colvin is the running back, Sherman the quarterback. Going to hand to Colvin, and they're going to eat him up. That's Charlie Peak, who sacked him in the backfield.
Well, Charlie Peak got off his block that time, Scott, and was in the backfield and had hold of the running back just about the time he got the football. He only took maybe a step when a blue jersey didn't have arms wrapped around him. And a big play on first down for the Brookstone defense.
The penalty against Pacelli was declined because of the loss back to the 9-yard line. Make it the 14, I beg your pardon. In the pistol again. Got to throw the ball is tipped.
Almost. Colton Jordan almost came up with that football off the tip, too, Scott. He may have been the guy who tipped it to begin with.
I think he was. He almost tipped it to himself.
Always teach those defensive linemen and defensive ends to get those hands up in passing situations. And it worked like a charm that time as they got a hand on the football and made it 3rd and very long for Pacelli.
Ball's at the 14. Colvin, the running back. Sherman going long, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Kingston Terry, like a center fielder roaming and hauled it in.
And there is a flag. There are 2 flags in the backfield now. Let's see what this is going to be.
They're talking to Pacelli.
There's one on the far side and one kind of in the middle of the field. Let's see what this is going to come out to be. If it's on the offense, they're going to be declined.
They're moving the chains back. Well, no, they're not. Let's see. Yeah.
Or are they? It could be. They could be discussing a defensive holding here, Scott. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the chain gang is moving back, so they know something. The official's going to come over and tell Coach Ian Headley what's going on. Well, we've had more meetings tonight than the UN.
I'm telling you, it's been interesting. And normally, Scott, I will tell you, like right now, one of the coordinators is talking to the official out on the field, and normally the head referee especially will not speak to an assistant coach. They only talk to the head coach, and it's interesting that they've been talking to an assistant coach. So you had holding on the offense and a dead ball personal foul on the offense.
So Brookstone will keep the ball.
And will they get 15 more yards out of this since that was a dead ball personal foul?
Yeah,
I believe they will.
And that's why, Mike, that's why the chain gang was moving over there.
Yep.
They weren't moving back because the ball was going to belong to the Vikings. They had already heard that it was going to be 15 against the Vikings.
And they were already set up. They had it marked off and everything, just ready to go there. So finally all that gets figured out.
So first down at the
Number 61,
34-yard line.
Outstanding dance moves on the sideline, ladies and gentlemen.
Broughton in the gun, of course. Gray Jones is the running back. Gonna hand it to Gray. He's gonna cut outside and slips.
Well, he just lost his footing as he tried to cut over there.
Gray Jones picked up about 3 yards on the play. It's gonna bring up second down.
Looked like he had some daylight to begin that play, and when he tried to cut upfield, they just went out from under it.
We had light rain, steady light rain, off and on, finally stopped about an hour before game time, so the field is a little slick. We've got 4 receivers bunched to the right now. Gray Jones in the backfield. Going to throw it to Sammy, and he drops it. He dives on it just in case, but it's incomplete.
And that's twice tonight, Scott, that Sammy was looking for daylight before he had the football secure. Just kind of took his eye off of it again, let it get out of his hands, and it's 3rd and long.
Two to the right, 2 to the left. Deacon Leatherwood, the running back this time, on the shoulder of Broughton. Long count and movement on Brookstone.
Yeah, the center didn't snap the football, and everybody moved on it, so it's a false start.
That's a false start on the Cougars. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 13.
So 3rd and about 13 from the 36-yard line of Pacelli. Wolf and LeBoy to the right. Deacon Leatherwood in the slot. Mitchum Kelly's out wide to the left. Empty backfield. J.J. Jones is very wide to the right. Broughton's going to keep it. And he's going to be way short.
And you
2 flags.
You've got a holding penalty on the edge over there.
In the backfield.
That's what the 2 flags are. Whoever was on that left side of the offensive line, I don't know if it was the tight end or the tackle, but that's going to be a holding penalty against Brookstone. Now the question is, will Pacelli take this penalty, or will they take the 4th and long here?
It'll be 4th and about 10. Maybe 11. Let's call it 4th and 11.
They are going to decline. 4th down.
And so Jimmy Hunter will come on to punt it
The
away.
flag was for holding. That, of course, was declined by the Vikings. So the Cougars will elect to punt the ball from midfield is Jimmy Hunter.
Pacelli will get the ball first in the second half. They won the toss and deferred. It's 20-7 Brookstone, 7:35 left in the first half. Pacelli, receiver, standing back at his 10-yard line. Snaps a good one. The kick is off, and it's a good one. And will it check up? Yes, it will.
Wow.
Great punt by Jimmy Hunter. Good job by Mitchum Kelly getting there to grab it at the 5-yard line.
Punt by Jimmy Hunter.
Well, that ball did what I wish my golf shots would do every now and then, Scott.
Nice job by number 3.
Get a good spin and stop.
Getting on his horse down there and down that ball.
Just inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, well, outstanding job by
Another
Jimmy
round of
Hunter.
applause for this Cougar defense. Let's get him one more stop. 7:25.
By the way, Mike, Harrison Baker is back in the ball game. Well, that's great.
Good news for Brookstone people because he is a spark on the defensive side of the ball. He doesn't even appear to be limping.
Yeah, so happy for Harrison. All right. Standing on his own goal line, Sherman going to try to hand it off right at the goal line. Cougars want a safety. They won't get it.
Going to get forward. Going to get forward progress.
Official on the far side marking it at the 2. So 2nd and 13.
Well, they've got the heavy formation in there for Pacelli now.
And Carino has it, and he gets out of the shadow of his own goal line and up across the 10-yard line. Cam Carino with a nice run.
Boy, they had every player that they've got that has some bricks in their britches was in there on that one, Scott.
That was the jumbo package indeed. Bricks in their britches. I like
third
that.
down and 5.
And they got the same setup again.
3rd and 5, just across their own 10. Going to go to Carino again. Goes to that same side again, and he's going to have the first down.
Yep.
Wow.
Successful there as they use those big guys to shore up the offensive line, and then they've got one big lead blocker. And they've got a convoy going out to that right side, and it's worked twice and got them a first down, got them out of the shadow of their own goal line there. And now they've kind of returned to the regular offense now that they've got some breathing room.
Well, they just had 5 yards a clip, 2 plays in a row. Colvin is the running back in the pistol. Going to hand it to him, and they're going to eat him up right around the line of scrimmage.
Really good pursuit by Brookstone right there. Everybody kind of stayed defensive end on this end, kept his outside arm free like you teach it, and they just didn't have anywhere to go, did Colvin.
Saban Kelly, Harrison Baker, Charlie Peak right there in on the stop. Stopped him for no gain. Man in motion. They're in the shotgun this time. And Brookstone jumped offside.
Did they ever? That was Charlie Peak, and he got a big jump over there on the left side.
Charlie saw a lane to the quarterback,
He
and
did.
his eyes lit up, and his motor started a little early.
Little cadence change there by Pacelli. Smart move, got him 5 more yards.
So 2nd and 5 at the 20. Colvin, the running back, on the left shoulder of Sherman. He throws out into the flat, and a great play over there to run him out of bounds.
Colton Jordan, that was a nice job of getting off the block and keeping that receiver to the inside there, Scott, and then Colton was able to make the tackle, get off the block and make the tackle and run him out of bounds. And that lost yardage there.
So 3rd and about 9, 4:50 left in the first half. Brookstone leading 20-7. Snap. Sherman being pressured. He throws, and it is complete for a first down and a late flag down. Boy, that was like he could have called a fair catch on that pass.
I don't know if that's a hold or if that's roughing. Let's see what's going to happen here.
There's a flag in the defensive backfield and in the offensive backfield. Sherman was on his back foot when he threw that, and he threw a high arching pass that.
Well, it was a dying duck is what it was, Scott, but it was so short that his own receiver was able to stop and make the catch, and the coverage was actually pretty good from Brookstone.
He got outstanding pressure on the quarterback there.
So the two teams are moving back.
Both of these fouls may be against Pacelli. It may be a defense or an offensive pass interference and then a holding. I'm not sure. Let's see what they're going to call here.
Holding.
They got holding there. And you got offensive pass interference.
Yep, you're right on it, Mike.
And a sideline warning against Brookstone. Added in there.
Just for good measure.
They're going to replay 3rd down. So I need you on your feet yet again, Cougar fans.
Well, 3rd down and 9 again. It's like it never happened. You got to pick up the flag in the backfield. The referee is explaining the fouls again.
So the sideline warning must have been the second one. If there's no yardage assessed on this, The sideline warning must have been the second one, and now they're going to assess the yardage for the pass interference.
Yeah.
We're about to play this next down.
I was going to say, if they were going to play it as an offset, which they had the ball spotted like it was going to be no yardage assessed,
It's about 3rd and 19.
and that's going to be a half the distance penalty on that offensive pass interference.
Yep. At the 9-yard line, so it's 3rd and a $50 Uber ride right now. Sherman back to pass, steps up, throws long, and broken up by Gray Jones.
Nice job by Gray Jones.
Incomplete pass. Number 24, Gary Jones in coverage. Outstanding job.
So Gray Jones was there. He has had such a great year on defense and offense.
I don't know where the student section is.
4:30.
I don't see a single person in the student section tonight.
4:30 left in the first half.
And once again, the adventurous kicking game on the field, as both teams have had their share of fun tonight on the kicking side.
Sherman gets this one off and bounces and takes a Pacelli roll for the moment until it takes a Brookstone bounce, and the Cougars will have it at Pacelli's 39-yard line.
Good field position for
Outstanding
Brookstone.
shot by this Cougar defense. We got 4:21 left in the first half. Cougars 20, Vikings 7.
Good position for the Cougars to try to add on here late in what has been a very long first half. A lot of flags, a lot of discussions.
Yeah, I seem to have a knack for having long games here lately. You know, the last few weeks, I've had those 8 o'clock kickoffs on the Alabama side, and then had a long game on top of that. So it's been late Friday nights for me lately.
I think you and I are a dangerous combination, but we already knew that in more ways than one.
Oh, absolutely.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Sammy LeBoy's in the backfield. Stuart Wolf is the wingback. Gonna hand it to Sammy, and they're gonna stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Sammy LeBoy with the carry, no gain, 2nd down.
So 2nd down and 10. Deacon Leatherwood and J.J. Jones slotted to the right. Mitchum Kelly to the short side of the field. Stuart Wolf, the wingback. Sammy LeBoy, the running back, on the left shoulder branch. Broughton's going to throw to Kelly, and he is brought down. I think we're going to have a face mask.
I think so.
Flag on the play.
So you got to hand it to Mitchum Kelly, Scott. He's had a great year out of that receiver slot, but he just does so much with the football when he catches it. He's dangerous once he catches the football.
I told him he could get loose in a phone booth.
He could, absolutely.
Number 24, Gray Jones, checks into the game.
Face mask against the Vikings.
It's going to be a face mask is the call.
Just a mistake-plagued night so far for Pacelli. I don't think anybody will be unhappy on their sideline to go to halftime. But they got to get a stop here of this Brookstone offense to keep from falling behind further.
Coach Greider just threw his headset down to the ground. And down to the 21-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Smitty Greider's been a very successful football coach in Alabama. At Beauregard, then at Park Crossing. Had some really good teams at Park Crossing, then at Benjamin Russell. And now here at Pacelli, he's building something over there for the Vikings.
Broughton's going to hand it to Gray Jones, and driving down toward the 15-yard line, just right at it.
Tough running behind that
Picked
right
up
side
about
of the
5,
offensive
maybe
line.
6.
Sam Tote, T.J. Whitfield, and Aries Smallwood.
J.J. Jones, Sammy LeBoy out wide to the right. Mitchum Kelly up top. Stuart Wolf, the wingback. Gray Jones in the backfield. Broughton going to keep it, and he'll eat him up with a sack.
That's a heck of a job by Zachary Ellis there from Pacelli. He stayed home and didn't bite on the fake inside and stayed in his spot and brought Broughton down quickly for a loss.
So 3rd and about 8. Trips to the right. LeBoy is in the slot. Kelly all by himself up at the top. Gray Jones in the backfield, just a step behind and to the right of Branch. Broughton has it. Going to give it to Gray. Gray trying to get to the corner, and he does, but there's a flag down. He got the first down.
That's going to be
flag.
Great run by Gray Jones, but there is a flag on the play.
That's going to be a hold. I'm quite sure. Seeing where that came in.
So this will back him up with 2:11 to go in the first half. Well, this is technically not flag football, but it's been pretty close in another way.
Well, I'll tell you,
it?
Scott, this is the second week in a row. Last week, I swear, there was one play at Russell County last week where I believe every official on the field threw a flag, and I think 10 or 12 people from the stands threw one out on the field at the same time. There was laundry everywhere, and we had that all night over there last week. It was just one of those games. Got a little bit chippy between them and Beauregard, and we had tons of flags in that game, and that made for a long night.
And indeed it was holding, so back to the 29-yard line. So
and evidently we've got the makings of something like that here tonight. The flags have contributed to the length of this first half.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Gray Jones in the backfield, 3rd and long. Branch back to pass, looking for Kelly, throwing that
Got
way,
him.
jump ball.
And a nice play just at the last moment. And I believe that's number 24, Nolan Vaughn for Pacelli, that was just able to high point that football. If he doesn't get fingertips on it, that's probably a score for Mitchum Kelly.
Yeah, I think he saved a touchdown, and that was one of those passes that Broughton and Mitchum have hooked up on all year, that just throw it right in the basket. That high arcing thing.
They're going to try a field goal here. This will be about a 47-yard attempt from Jimmy.
Jimmy Hunter's longest is 48 this year.
You got to remember, Scott, in this game, they've had a little trouble on the snaps on these placements. If they can get a good snap and hold, he's got a good chance to nail this one.
Jimmy Hunter with a 47-yard field goal attempt and comes out a little low again.
Just didn't hit it.
And so Pacelli will take over with 1:52 to go in the first half, 20-7. Cougars on top, and Pacelli will get the ball first, so they got a chance to go for a twofer here.
It looked like a better snap and hold that time than we've seen on the extra point tries, but Jimmy just did not get the right part of the football on his foot there and got no lift on that one. So Pacelli takes over. They've got enough time here to do something, Scott, do the Vikings, especially with their ability to quick strike from time to time. So Brookstone's going to have to strap it on here for this last minute 52.
So the Vikings at their 20 in the shotgun. Gonna hand it off, and they eat him up right at the line of scrimmage and drive him back.
That was going to be a little delay handoff there, Scott, a little draw-type play, and Brookstone just sniffed it out right away.
Great push by this defensive line all night.
And a great play.
It's going to be second and about 12 and a half.
I believe that was A.J. Hayes that kind of led the charge there on that tackle.
So back to the 18-yard line. In the pistol this time. Going to hand it to Colvin, trying to get outside, and cannot do it. That's a great tackle by Mitchum Kelly.
Yeah, Mitchum Kelly in the game on the defensive side, and he made a good open field tackle on Colvin there. And it was a good gain for Pacelli. They've got third and manageable now. As the clock runs, we're under a minute.
At the 26-yard line. Third and about 4. One back in the backfield. That's Carino. And Carino's going to have the first down and more. And racing to the corner, Mitchum Kelly saved a TD perhaps by knocking him out of bounds about the 37.
He did. Mitchum Kelly came really all the way across the field, Scott, and got the angle. But a good job by Carino to find daylight out there. Got past one tackler, and once he did, he got the edge over there and made a big run.
So Brookstone's going to call a timeout. They're going to mark it at the 37.
I believe that's Brookstone's final timeout of the half.
It is, and I think Pacelli has one, because I think they called back-to-back down here on that near the goal line at that one time. Well, if you're just looking at it from 2,000 feet, you'd say Brookstone is just dominating this game, but it's 20-7, and if Pacelli can punch one on here, and they get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah. They've got 31 seconds, which probably is maybe 3 plays, Scott, and that depends on what happens and what they choose to do. I believe you're right. I think they've got one timeout left, and they're going to have to manage the clock here if they're going to get it in the end zone.
Their field goal squad has not been very good this year, so.
TJ Whitfield says Brett Patterson is not the only one with dance moves, ladies and gentlemen.
So 37. Bunch everybody in tight. J.D. Davis and Green in motion. Now they bunch them on that right side. Going to hand it to Colvin. And Colvin is stopped by Harrison Baker.
Harrison Baker locked down the ball carrier for no gain.
And the clock stops at 20 with the timeout by Pacelli. Well, Harrison Baker says what sprained ankle?
Left in this first half.
Well, they're going to have to take a couple of shots now.
Yeah.
It's back at the 37-yard line.
And I believe, Scott, Brookstone might have been just issued a warning for some extracurricular. There was no flag thrown, but I think they were officially warned by the officials.
It's been that kind of half, hasn't it?
It has. A couple of players, I think, were a little bit heavy on the comments, let me put it that way, after the play, and I think the official told Coach Headley that was enough.
Well, they've hit one long touchdown pass tonight. They're at the 37, second down.
And now we've got an official with a clipboard on the field. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's not wearing a striped shirt. He's one of the guys on the sidelines, but.
Hey. All right, here we go. 20 seconds. Hare back to pass, throws way long and out of bounds. 15 seconds left.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 12, Mike Rowe. Looks like it was a dirty job after all.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my.
I'm sure people heard that in the background. That was, yeah. Tip your waitress, he'll be here all week.
Third down and 10 with 15 seconds left in the first half. Carino, the lone back on the shoulder of Dustin Sherman. Back to pass. Steps up. And the ball almost knocked away. He throws to the end zone.
And it's caught.
And he caught the ball with 4 seconds. They're out of timeouts.
They're going to have to get lined up right away. They're inside. They're about the 2-yard line, Scott.
2-yard line, 4 seconds. They don't have any timeouts. They're a man short.
The clock is going to run out.
They ran. The clock is hitting zeros. They were a man short. They would have been better off to just keep him on the sideline. We think the half is over, but the way this night is gone.
Now there's a penalty on an assistant coach. As soon as the ball is spotted, the clock runs. And they were still running players toward the line of scrimmage when the ball was spotted and the clock stopped, and they did not have time to get set and snap the ball. And so now they're having discussions here.
I'm not sure what there is to discuss.
I'm not sure either.
Because you're right. They set the ball. The clock started. They were at least one man short, still running him on. They would have been better off just to spike it and live with the consequences to get one final play, but it was a fire drill.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you will stick with us in the second half, even though the second quarter has taken 7,000 hours. Hopefully the student section will show up for the second half. Still no sign of life down there. Just empty bleachers.
So that's going to be officially now the end of the first half.
Let's see. Is it? Pacelli still hasn't left.
Brookstone is headed to the locker room.
The unsportsmanlike conduct penalty will go in the second half, I believe, Scott, because it came as a dead ball after the play. Let's see. Let's see what we're doing here. They're still meeting, trying to sort this out.
Well, of course they are. Now, Coach Headley is being called over.
And I'm interested if they're going to give him a play here. I don't know how.
And if they have to call Brookstone back out of the, they're calling
him back out.
They're calling Brookstone back out.
So they're going to assess a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct here, and then they're going to give him one play. Maybe they got the ball spiked before the clock ran out.
That could be the only reason.
Yeah. But nonetheless, the assistant coach for Pacelli is going to be assessed a 15-yard penalty.
So if indeed they did rule that he spiked it with 1 second, that coach just cost him a chance, a bigger chance to score here.
Now let's see what's going on. Have they changed it? Because now Pacelli's offense leaves the field.
This is, I'm not sure I've ever seen anything like.
Well, if you're an official, Scott, this is not how you advance to the next round, because you get evaluated every game in the playoffs.
And now they're sending the teams to the locker room.
And that will be it.
We think that is the end of the first half, with Brookstone leading at 20-7. They're still discussing over on the Pacelli side, but the Cougars and some of the officials are headed to the locker room. Well, that was a first half that won't end up in the Hall of Fame, but it looks pretty sweet for the Cougars, Mike, with a 20-7 lead.
Yeah, they had a good first half. It was a good first half. It wasn't necessarily a well-played first half by either side. But they're going to go to the locker room. Brookstone up 20-7. And, of course, Smitty Grider's still voicing his opinion.
All right, so we'll go to the break, and we'll come back And shortly with the second half, with Brookstone leading Pacelli 20-7 in the quarterfinals of GIAA state playoffs on the game of the week at Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Georgia-Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia-Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Glenn Smith's closing out the year is here. Get massive savings on GMC Sierras and Canyons. Full-size GMC Sierras, almost $15,000 off. GMC Canyons, over $5,000 off. Or take advantage of 0% financing. Plus, no payments until March of next year. Now is the time for end-of-year savings at Glenn Smith's GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Scott Miller, Mike Peacock back at Max Strong Stadium. 20-7, Brookstone on top as we get set for the second half. Started with 8:24 on the clock in the first quarter, a blocked punt and a recovery by Kendrick Terry. Brookstone missed the extra point, 6-0. 140 with the second score in the first quarter, 4:47 on the clock, a 2-yard run by Broughton Branch, and 12-0 because the extra point was missed there. Then the 49-yard touchdown pass to Caps Green from Dustin Sherman. That made it 12-7 Brookstone. And then a 16-yard TD run by Gray Jones in the second quarter. And a 2-point conversion pass to Mitchum Kelly made it 20-7.
Yeah, Scott, it was a good half for Brookstone. You know, they weren't without mistakes by any means, but Pacelli's got to be kind of kicking themselves a little bit because they were mistake prone in the first half. They got the blocked punt. They had the turnover inside the 5-yard line. They did have the long scoring pass, but they really had some self-inflicted wounds in that first half that probably kept this score where it is now.
And a lot of penalties and discussions in the first half, and there's a discussion with all the officials going on at midfield right now. There was confusion that was about as confusing a situation as you'll ever see at the end of the first half of this game.
Absolutely. You and I were trying to figure out why there was even discussion going on because it looked like the clock ran out, and you know, I thought the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the bench for Pacelli was going to be taken on the kickoff of the second half, but it ended up that Brookstone had to decline that to officially end halftime.
Our producer tonight, the great Chris Gates. Main camera, Louis Sandville, and on the field camera, some guy named Dave Plata. You may have heard of him for decades.
Is he a youngster new to the scene here?
Dave has did a great job at television station sports director for years, and he is now over at Pacelli teaching. God bless those kids.
Absolutely. I tell you what, Dave Plata has a memory like a steel trap, though. He can remember things from when he was a much younger man, and I have trouble remembering what I had for breakfast this morning. So
I go to the back of the house and forget what I'm going for. You're right about that memory of his, though. It's crazy. All right, here we go. Jimmy Hunter will kick it off.
And Scott, they did assess that penalty on the kickoff.
Even though the official said it was declined.
He did. And so Jimmy kicked off from the 45 of Pacelli and kicked it through the uprights, I believe. So, I don't know. Go figure. I'm about done trying to figure out the officials tonight.
It is a master class tonight. All right, here we go. Cougars lead it 20-7. A trip to the semifinals on the line for the winner tonight here. So Sherman snaps a little low, is going to hand it off right up the middle for a short gain. That was Colvin.
Pacelli going to try to keep it on the ground here and maybe set something up for the passing game.
Second down.
They mark it at the 23, so second down, 7. Sherman going to hand it off to Colvin again.
Great
tackle there by M.J. Archibald.
M.J. Archibald.
Well, there was a big hole as they walled off the inside, and it was to the offensive left. And M.J. Archibald filled that gap and was able to get the shoestrings and make a tackle there. And that saved a big gain and put him at 3rd and long here.
One of the 3 great linebackers that this Cougar club has. 3rd down and 6. One receiver split to the right. Everybody else is bunched. They're in the pistol. Colvin is the running back. And going to fake it to him. Going to roll and throw out, and he is destroyed by Mitchum Kelly. And a flag.
What is the flag for?
With the thunderous hit on 3rd down.
That looked like a clean hit
It
to
was
me.
absolutely clean. It was in the lower body. I'm not sure what this penalty would be for.
It was thrown immediately after the hit. Well, I hope they pick that up. Wow.
Did they call holding?
No. I think
or was it a personal foul? There's no way that's a personal foul.
Yeah. Terrible. That was a clean hit by Mitchum Kelly.
That is an absolutely, I hate to be critical of officials, Scott, but that's an absolutely horrible call right there. And a big break, big break for Pacelli. But that was a completely legal, nothing wrong with that hit whatsoever, nothing malicious about it whatsoever. And that's just a bad call.
Well, they're off to a great start in the second half, too, aren't they? Got to keep it. Going to throw long and throws it short. And did he catch it?
He did.
He did. Inside the 20. My goodness.
Unbelievable.
J.D. Davis. That's the second one of those they've had tonight. The other one was right at the goal line at the end of the first half. He had 2 defenders in front of him. Somehow he went up and won the jump ball.
That was a great catch. I mean, he kept his concentration, went up and high-pointed that, and kept it away from the defenders and kept possession of it as he went to the ground. It was an excellent catch and a good throw. But Pacelli in business here.
Sherman going to hand it off to Colvin, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Jacob Hack, I believe, got the first hit.
On the play.
He did.
And blew that play up.
Savon Kelly in there also after Jacob got the first hit. Second and 10. Pacelli on the opening drive of the second half, trailing 20-7. Snap is low. Gives it to Carino, and he gets to about the 11-yard line. Well, there have been some bad snaps in this game on both sides.
Nice job by Sherman coming up with that one and getting it to Carino. And they made a sizable gain out of what looked like it was starting as disaster there.
So 3rd and 3. at the 11-yard line of Brookstone. In motion, J.D. Davis. Going to fake a throw to him, give it to Carino, and they eat him up. No gain, and he lost a yard or two.
MJ Archibald leading that charge again for the Cougars. And Carino just had nowhere to go there on the give. It's going to lose a yard or so. It's going to be 4th and about 5 here. And Pacelli really, like you said earlier, Scott, their field goal unit has not had a lot of success this year, so they're going to leave the offense on the field here, forced to go for it at 4th and 5.
So a big play here on the first drive of the second half. Trips to the right. Colvin is the back. Going to throw it out into the flat and trying to get there, and he's short. The Brookstone defense comes up with another big stop.
Outstanding stop yet again by this Cougar defense. First down, Brookstone.
And finally, the white hat gives the signal.
Yeah, I didn't want to get ahead of myself there with this crew, but.
Well, he went up with the arm and froze and looked at the other official. He was like he was saying, "Are you sure?" And he finally gave the first down the other direction call.
So the Cougars come up with a big stop, thwarting the long Pacelli drive. Broughton is going to hand it to Deacon Leatherwood, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage, got about a yard.
Well, what a great sports name, Deacon Leatherwood.
Yeah.
Sounds like one of those guys from back in the Jim Thorpe era.
It does. His mom was Beth Leatherwood. She's a great lady, does a great job with the cheerleaders. Broughton has got Deacon in the backfield with him again. He's on his left shoulder, and he's going to keep it this time, and they will stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
That was big number 61.
No gain on the play.
And I'm not sure who that is. Maybe it's we don't have a 61 on the roster. There's some number differences here, but he's been a force all night. He's a big kid, plays that defensive tackle spot, and he got hold of Broughton Branch right there, and there's no getting away from him when he gets hold of you.
They say Broughton was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 8. Leatherwood, the lone back off of Broughton's left shoulder. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Branch looking in trouble, scrambles on the goal line, and now is just going to throw it away.
Smart play there. Didn't try to force something.
Wisely throws that ball away. Nice catch on the sideline by number 85, Charlie Pete.
So a smart decision by the junior quarterback, Broughton Branch. Jimmy Hunter will punt from his goal line.
Jimmy Hunter back deep to kick.
And J.D. Davis is back. And the font on those numbers, 8 and 9, look really
very
similar.
close, right?
All right, so Jimmy's standing 3 or 4 yards deep in the end zone. Snap's a good one. Kick is off.
Oh, it's a boomer, too.
And Davis calling for a fair catch at the 40-yard line, and indeed a booming punt.
Well, he got all of that one, got plenty of hang time on it.
40-yard line.
And that's an excellent punt.
Vikings first down.
That is a 49-yard punt from his own end zone. Huge, absolutely huge. All right, so the Vikings with their second possession here. .656 to go in the third quarter. Brookstone leading 20-7. That was the score at the end of the first half. Gonna hand it to Colvin. Colvin driving for about 4 yards off right tackle.
We got a Brookstone player down after the play.
The trainer, Stephen Buckley, going out. And Stephen and his wife just had a little baby a few days ago, so congratulations to the Buckleys. And Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
So it's MJ Archibald being helped off the field, favoring the left leg. So it's a second linebacker to go down for the Cougars tonight. But
second down, 6 yards to go.
Harrison Baker got back in there rather quickly. Hopefully MJ can. Fog beginning to set in. Ball's on the ground, loose. Brookstone says they have it.
They have it.
And they do. The Cougars come up with a fumble.
Just a muffed exchange there on looked like a reverse play or a counter play. The ball hit the ground and Brookstone was on it quickly, and a big turnover for the Cougars.
And it was Jacob Hack who recovered the fumble.
That's his second fumble recovery tonight. He had one in the first half.
Have a night, Jacob. So again, a big mistake. Let's see if the Cougars can take advantage of it. At the Pacelli 41, 6:39 left in the third quarter. Cougars still leading 20-7. Broughton has Sammy LeBoy in the backfield on his left shoulder. Going to hand it to Sammy right up the middle. Drives for a few yards inside the 40 to about the 38.
Sammy LeBoy on the carry. Pickup of about 3.
And Fog rolling in on the
second down,
left side of the field here. On a rainy night in Georgia. Second down and 7. Sammy still in the backfield. Broughton going to give it to him, and he's got the corner. 35, 30, first down, out of bounds.
Sammy LeBoy once again.
Yeah, Scott, I think the Fog has its calendar wrong. It's a week late. It's supposed to show up on Halloween, and got here a week late.
So at the 31-yard line for the first down. I've got a Fog story of when I was doing a CSU baseball NCAA regional game. Hope it doesn't get that bad. Snap back, and Broughton's going to keep it. He's going to try to get to the corner, and they hit him hard, and clean hit, out of bounds. He is out of bounds. He was not in bounds when he got hit. The Cougars were playing Lander in the decisive game of the NCAA regional at Lander. And the game didn't get started till after 11 o'clock. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. The fog rolled in, raining all day. And I literally could not see our right fielder. It was so foggy. Could not see our right fielder from the press box.
Scott, real quick, I'm going to make a correction. Earlier on that play when I said it was number 61 for Pacelli, it was actually number 51, Damian Hill, that is playing that defensive tackle.
All right, Mitchum Kelly is in the backfield, something new. He's going to throw it out to him, and they eat him up. Where's the flag on that one? Mitchum says he was involved in a similar play.
I believe that was Nolan Vaughn that made that play. Got there quickly. There is a Pacelli player now down on the field.
And look at Coach Ian Headley. He may be saying the same thing that I was saying there.
Take a minute.
Well, another player down. Hopefully he's okay. It's another Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
All right, so they help him off the field. Ball's back at the 34-yard line, and third down and about 13. LeBoy in the backfield. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Now Sammy goes in motion to the right, and they're going to throw complete to J.J. Jones down inside the 20-yard line. J.J. Jones with a big reception and a big first down, Brookstone.
Yeah, J.J. looked like he bobbled that ball just a little bit, Scott, but got possession of it and held it through the contact, and a great play for Brookstone for the first down.
So at the 18-yard line, Brookstone leading 20-7. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. And we've got a flag. And motion on the Cougars. False start.
Somebody moved.
It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. First and 15.
Scott, while we got a second here, I want to give a shout out to a good friend of mine that everybody, almost everybody in the world knows him, David Spitzmiller. David had a knee replacement operation yesterday. He's doing well, and he supports Georgia Alabama Sports Live and watches us quite a bit. Coached here at Brookstone, coached at Calvary, been around for a long time, and want to wish him the best getting over that surgery.
Yeah, amen to that. David, get well. Hope to see you soon at a Columbus State game. All right, Sammy LeBoy is going to keep it, and he's going to be stopped. And there's a late flag, and a personal foul will be called.
After no game.
Well, the whistles were blowing, and the whistles were right there with the players, and he just continued to play afterward. And, you know, it's like last week we said several times, Chris can attest to this, last week we said several times, sometimes you just got to know when to hush or when to stop.
Yeah.
And, you know, it takes a little bit of discipline to do that, but heat of the moment, I've been there, done that, know what it's like, but unfortunate that they get a penalty there, but it is what it is.
And it's
looks like that penalty is
apparently started to rain again as some umbrellas come up.
Yep.
And let's see where this ball is. It's at the 17. Nope, I beg your pardon, it's at the 12. My 71-year-old eyes. So second down. Broughton pulls it, looks, in trouble, gets away from one man, throws, touchdown! Touchdown! Sammy LeBoy, touchdown Cougars. Broughton Branch got away from one man. The defense thought he was going to tuck it and run just before he got to the line of scrimmage.
Hang on.
But is there a flag? Did he cross the line of scrimmage?
Holding. I did not see the flag, and I still don't, but it's somewhere out there. And holding is the call, and that'll nullify that touchdown. But Broughton did a great job of eluding, and then finally seeing LeBoy and just kind of lofted a little duffer over to him.
So
but it's nullified on the holding penalty.
So a repeat second down. Yeah, Broughton is so good at that. He's done that all year. It looks like he's going to run. He'll get right close to the line of scrimmage and then find a receiver. So second down and about 13 or so. Broughton rolling, looking. He throws, and
it's caught.
Got his feet in bounds. What a catch by J.J. Jones.
That's a really nice job by J.J. Jones, and an even better throw by Broughton Branch. He laid that throw where only J.J. Jones could catch it, and he kept his feet in and got the catch.
Fantastic play on both ends from Broughton and from J.J. And the ball's at the 3-yard line. First and goal.
And we've got another discussion.
My goodness, guys.
The ball should be at the 6 or 7 yard line.
Yeah, I thought, I was really shocked when I saw him put it down at the 3. I didn't think that was right. They're going to look. Let's see where they put it. They're going to put it at the 7 yard line now. All right. Broughton Branch. 1 to the top, 2 to the right, and he's lost his footing and down at the 10.
Scott, I'm looking up in the lights, trying to see how much precipitation's falling. It looks like it's just a heavy mist out there, not really anything falling heavy right now. We did see some umbrellas come up. Just a damp night.
So second down and goal at the 10. Broughton going to hand it off to Sammy. Gets away from one man, but not another. He's able to make it back close to the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost a half a yard. Third down.
Yeah, he lost a little bit there.
And back to the 11.
Tell you, they've kind of got the Pacelli defense set up for that slant pass they threw on the 2-point play, Scott. They've got LeBoy in the slot over there. If he runs to the inside and Harrison and Mitchell Kelly can make a move, they could throw the slant pass here and get close to a touchdown.
Kelly is far to the right.
And a false start.
False start.
Not what they wanted to see there.
On the Cougars.
So back to the 16-yard line is where this should be marked, but who knows?
This quarter was just ripping along and now is slowed down.
Ball's at the 16. Third and goal. In motion, LeBoy. Broughton back to pass, looks, and it's knocked down right at the line of scrimmage. So
that was an excellent job. That was Liam Lurch that knocked that pass down. And he was just standing there, and he saw Broughton Branch's eyes and stayed put and got hands on the football and knocked that one out of the air, and it's fourth down.
So Jimmy Hunter comes in. This should be about
number 84, Jimmy Hunter.
33-yarder.
He needs a holder.
Going to have to call a timeout. Yep, they call timeout. And we'll take the timeout with them here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
At Planet Fitness, there's strength in numbers. The number of different workouts to do.
1, 2, 3. Woo!
Different clubs to do it in. Friends to do it with.
Looking good, everybody.
Yeah, we are.
And the number of ways to recover from it all.
You got this, come on.
And it all adds up to one membership. The Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime, and recover in the Black Card Spa.
One more, everybody.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times. with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and
Well, after there were a holder short on a potential field goal attempt, had to call a timeout, and now they sent the offense back out. So 4th down and goal at the 16. Sammy LeBoy in motion. Broughton Branch back. Plenty of time. Can't find anybody. And still scrambling. Throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Man.
4th down attempt falls incomplete.
Well, give credit to the Pacelli secondary there, Scott, because Broughton Branch looked at every option he had multiple times. He had plenty of time, finally ran out of time and had to scramble, and still couldn't find a blue jersey open. So a good job by the secondary, Pacelli, to get this over on downs here.
Boy, that is the truth. Fantastic job to be able to cover everybody for that long. So they'll start at their 16 with 2:08 left in the 3rd quarter. One back in the backfield. Sherman going to hand it to
big hole.
Colvin in a big hole. He's across the 25, 26, gets the 1st down. It's still 20-7. Brookstone on top. That was the halftime score. 2:01 left here in the 3rd quarter. Snap a little low again, throw out, and the ball is tipped. It was incomplete.
They're going to say it hit the ground.
Ooh, A.J. Hayes almost made
a great play.
Diving interception of that tip.
2nd down and long.
So 2nd down and 10. I couldn't see who tipped the ball, but A.J. almost pulled off the tip drill to perfection there. Colvin's a running back. One receiver to the right. Going to hand it to Colvin, and he is up to the 30-yard line. 3rd and long.
Colton Jordan and A.J. Hayes in on the stop. Folks, we got 3rd down and about 6 to go. You know the drill, Cougar fans. On your feet.
3rd and 6. 1:18 left in the 3rd quarter of the quarterfinals. Brookstone leading 20-7. The fans standing and roaring here for their defense. Throw over the middle. It's tipped. And it's incomplete.
Tipped twice, actually. Mitchum Kelly got a hand on it there at the end. And to bring up 4th down. Looks like maybe the punting unit is going to be on for Pacelli.
So 4th down and 6 at the Vikings 30-yard line. Sammy LeBoy back deep. Standing about his 33-yard line. Kick is off, and Sammy calling for the fair catch, and he does at the 34-yard line is where the Cougars will set up shop.
1st down, Cougars.
56 seconds left in the 3rd quarter with Brookstone leading 20-7.
For all the things we had going in the first half, Scott, this second half has been a defensive battle.
The fog that would drifted in on this end of the field is still there a little bit, but it's risen some. All right, trips to the right. Sammy LeBoy is the running back in the pistol. Kelly, the lone receiver, to the top of the screen. Stuart Wolf, Deacon Leatherwood, J.J. Jones to the right. Going to hand it to Sammy, and he's spinning across the 35 to about the 38-yard line.
Nice run by number 9,
I tell you,
Sammy LeBoy.
LeBoy just has that elusiveness about him, Scott. He can bang off like a pinball and just bounce off and spin, and he got a couple of extra yards there after contact.
He is Mr. Excitement. Boy, every time he touches the ball, you kind of ease up on the front of your chair. Trips to the right again. Mitchum up top. Sammy in the backfield on the shoulder of Broughton this time. In the gun. Gonna hand it to him again. He's gonna try to get to the corner, and he does. And
oh my!
Late
There's
hit.
late hit. Yep.
He was
no
just,
doubt about it.
Yep, he was just short of the first down marker, and he was clearly out of bounds on the late hit. So that'll tack on some more yardage.
There was a crowd over there where everybody went down.
The winner of this game will play the winner of FPD and Strong Rock next week. If it's Brookstone, they will host. That game tonight is at FPD.
It's been a late hit on the Vikings. Automatic first down.
So they'll mark off the personal foul late hit.
8 seconds left in this third quarter. 8 seconds.
Down to the 43-yard line with 8 seconds left in the third quarter.
They don't even have the chains set yet. They've already blown the play into action here.
Broughton. Gotta hand it to Sammy again. He's got 5. He's got 10 yards. Driving ahead for a Cougar first down with 1 second left in the quarter.
Boy has that burst, Scott. When he has a little daylight, he shoots through it. And that was a quick 10 yards.
And that will get us to the end of the third quarter with Brookstone still leading Pacelli 20-7 on the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live Game of the Week.
One more left to go.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
Glenn Smith's closing out the year is here. Get massive savings on GMC Sierras and Canyons. Full-size GMC Sierras, almost $15,000 off. GMC Canyons, over $5,000 off. Or take advantage of 0% financing. Plus, no payments until March of next year. Now is the time for end-of-year savings at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Scott Miller and Mike Peacock back at Max Strong Stadium, getting ready to start the fourth quarter of this quarterfinal game in the GIAA state playoffs with Brookstone leading 20-7. And they've got a 1st and 10 at the Pacelli 29-yard line. Sammy LeBoy in the backfield again on the right shoulder, Broughton. Faked it to him this time, throws it out to Mitchum Kelly. And Mitchum driven out of bounds. About a 4-yard pickup.
Pickup of about 4 yards on the play, give or take. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
They're actually going to mark it at the 26 instead of the 25.
Almost spotted around the 25, 26-yard line.
So picked up 4 on the play. Everybody's bunched to the right. The boy's in the backfield. He gets it up the middle and driving, and he'll be short of the 1st down marker.
Sammy LeBoy on the carry, pickup of a few.
They'll mark it at
Third
the
down and 4 to go.
14-yard line. .24-yard line. They've got to get just inside the 20 for a first down. LeBoy in the backfield, long count. Now the snap. Broughton throws quickly to Stuart Wolf. Got the first down and more. Stuart Wolf, the big tight end, rumbling inside of the 5-yard line. First down, Brookstone.
What a nice job by Stuart Wolf. He showed a little speed there, Scott. He got some room. Got himself down inside the 5-yard line. Big play for Brookstone. First and goal now. 4 plays to get it in the end zone.
They mark it right at the 5-yard line. 2 receivers to the right. That's LeBoy and Jones. Mitchum Kelly to the left. Sammy LeBoy in the backfield. Stuart Wolf is the wing back in this formation. The snap. Gonna hand it to Sammy. Driving into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Sammy LeBoy is the man.
Credit the offensive line there, Scott. Point of attack. They really knocked some people off the ball and got a crease for Sammy LeBoy, and that's all you got to give number 9. And he gets into the end zone for a big score for Brookstone.
So it's 26-7, and they are talking about going for 2, and they will.
They will.
And they're going to bring out the linebacker backfield, and Harrison Baker and MJ Archibald back in after being hurt earlier. And both those guys are in the backfield going for 2. They have a 2-point conversion that was successful earlier. Going to hand it to Harrison Baker, driving, and he's got it. Harrison Baker driving for the 2-point conversion. The linebacker backfield does it again, and the Cougars are up 28-7 here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
All right, Mike, a nice drive by the Cougars. They punch it in, Sammy LeBoy, and then Harrison Baker with the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, really well done by Brookstone there. Good play calling on that drive, and an excellent job, again, by that offensive line, especially at the point of attack on a few plays there that really told the difference.
Jimmy Hunter will boot this one into the end zone.
And we've got a flag.
Well, of course we do.
Got to be offside because it's back up here where they kicked off.
And that'll back them up 5. So he'll kick off from the 35 this time.
Instead of the end line, it'll be 5 yards deep in the end.
Yes. And exactly 5 yards deep. Nice call, my friend.
Jimmy Hunter still manages to kick it out of the back of the end zone. It's going to be a Viking first down at the 20.
I believe Jimmy is going to be kicking on Saturdays somewhere, and best of luck to him in that regard.
I'm doing a little score watching here from the Alabama side, Scott. Glenwood is leading Thomasville 36-10 in their game. And over in Auburn, you got a good one going on. Auburn and Vestavia Hills are tied at 21 in the third quarter.
All right, the Vikings, 1st and 10 at their 20. Trips to the left, and the quarterback's going to keep it and try to run, and he is going to be brought down by Charlie Peak and Jacob Pack. Back to the 18. 10-16 left in this one.
And over in Seal, it is Gulf Shores 26, Russell County 23 in the third quarter.
Heck of a game over there. Sherman back. This time he throws long, and it is intercepted by Kingston Terry. Kingston Terry playing like Andrew Jones in center field. Went back and hauled that one in. That was a heck of a catch on that interception.
It was. Dustin Sherman loaded up and threw that one. He just unloaded it a little long for his receiver, and Kingston Terry did a good job tracking that ball and making a two-handed catch, leaving his feet for the interception.
So the Cougars will start at their 39 with 9:55 to play. And in control, 28-7.
Look elsewhere around the GIAA, scores of interest. Stratford has beaten Calvary 37-21. So Calvary made a decent game out of that, but they fall tonight 37-21. Congratulations on a good season.
Going to hand it off to right up the middle, and Sammy LeBoy again with a couple of yards up to the 40, may give him the 43, and Sammy is down. I don't know if it's the leg that I mentioned that was bothering him. Went down in the first half. This is a Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout.
Actually,
imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
All right, so Sammy walks off under his own power. That's good to see. J.J. Jones splitting wide to the right. And got Stuart Wolf in the slot to the left. Mitchum Kelly out. Deacon Leatherwood in the backfield. Going to throw out to Stewart off his fingertips. He's hit hard, incomplete.
Pass intended for number 88.
Zachary Ellis read that one, Scott. He read the quarterback's eyes, and he broke on that football. And
has checked into the game at the slot.
Even if Stuart Wolf had made the catch right there, he would have gone down immediately.
3rd and about 7. Wolf's in the slot to the right. J.J. Jones out, split to the right. Mitchum Kelly, the lone receiver, to the left. Going to hand it off to Deacon Leatherwood, and he will be stopped way short of the first down. Just got a yard or so. Bring up 4th and long. And Jimmy Hunter will come in to punt.
42-7.
So FPD 42-7, was that the score? Well, so FPD advances to the semifinals in this bracket. And Brookstone leading 28-7 with 8.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Looking to host them next week. Jimmy Hunter gets the kickoff. It's another boomer and a fair catch. Fumbled on the ground, and he dove back on it. Brookstone, though, says they've got the ball.
It came loose.
Brookstone comes up with the ball. And the official says, yes, the Cougars have it. And that was Charlie Peak that came up with that fumble.
Sure exactly who fell on it, but I know good and well Charlie Peak got up with the ball.
The Brookstone, the Pacelli receiver dove back on the ball initially, and then I guess it squirted out.
Number 85 has been playing like a man possessed this evening.
And one of the Pacelli players is down. So
it is whoever the punt receiver was. It is that player.
So a Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
Yeah, somebody from Brookstone made contact as he was trying to clear it in, and it squirted on out. And that's when Brookstone got the ball.
All right, Scott and Mike back, and J.D. Davis is the injured Viking, and he is being helped off the field slowly here.
Looks like number 8, J.D. Davis, shaken up on the play.
He was the punt returner. So 8:20 left in the ball game. And the Cougars will have it deep in Pacelli territory, and we're hoping JD is going to be okay as he's slowly helped off the field. Ball's at the 27-yard line of Pacelli. Trips to the right. Sammy LeBoy is back in the game in the backfield. Mitchum Kelly to the short side. Only man out there. Broughton going to hand it to Sammy, trying to get to the corner, and he does inside the 20 and more.
Blocks. And there's, now here comes a flag. That's going to be on Brookstone.
Flag on the play.
It came from the official furthest away from it over there, Scott. It looks like it's going to be a holding call.
Boy, Sammy is so quick with his cuts. And they're going to back him up.
He got what appeared to be a couple of excellent blocks. Maybe one of them was a little too excellent.
So that'll back it up to the 30-yard line.
Holding on the Cougars, going to move the ball back. First and about
13 yards. Trips to the short side of the field up top. Everybody's bunched in close. Mitchum Kelly all by himself down here on the bottom. LeBoy in the backfield. Broughton gonna hand it to Sammy, trying to get to the corner, and he can't do it this time. Good job by the Pacelli defense.
Running hard tonight.
That's a physical finish to that run for Sammy LeBoy.
Picks up a few, but he will not go down without a fight.
Got an extra yard there after contact.
And they mark it at the 27. So back to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Kelly split to the bottom, J.J. Jones and Deacon Leatherwood to the top. Deacon is in the slot. Stuart Wolf is the wing back to the left. LeBoy in the backfield. Broughton will hand it to Sammy and diving down toward the 20-yard line.
Sammy LeBoy once again on the carry.
He's going to be a couple of yards short of the first down here.
Third down and a couple.
Meanwhile, that clock continues to run. Just 6:43 left in the fourth quarter with the Cougars up 28-7. Third and short. Sammy's back there again. Same formation as last time. Stuart Wolf, the wing back. Running clock. Now the snap. Now the handoff to Sammy, and he gets away from one man, and he's inside of the 5-yard line. Sammy LeBoy, first and goal.
Another outstanding run inside the 5-yard line. There's the Cougar first down.
They're going to mark it at the 4-yard line. Pacelli defender had a shot at Sammy right around the line of scrimmage, but he was too fast. Again, Broughton running clock. Sammy's in the backfield with him again. Going to hand it to him again, and this time the Pacelli defense stands up. Ball is loose but long after the whistle.
It's going to bring up second and goal.
Second and goal. Let's see where they mark it.
Five minutes and 20 seconds left in this game.
Lost a yard to the 5. So second and goal from the 5-yard line. We're approaching 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 28-7 Brookstone. Cougars knocking on the door again. LeBoy in the backfield. Branch gonna hand it to him, trying to go for the corner, for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown Cougars. Sammy LeBoy again.
That was just a foot race to the pylon over there, and Sammy LeBoy's not going to lose too many foot races, Scott. And he gets in the corner over there for the touchdown. And that's a big one for Brookstone as they try to finish this game off.
4:49 left in the fourth quarter. That's Sammy's second 5-yard touchdown run. And they will go for 2 again with the linebacker backfield. Harrison Baker, the deep back. He's got his linebacker buddy MJ Archibald in front of him, just to the left, to the side of Broughton. There's movement and incomplete. I think Harrison moved early.
He did.
Flag on play.
He made a little shift, and he wasn't set for a full second after he made the little shift. And that's going to be no good.
And they'll decline it, of course. And so the Cougars up 34-7 with 4:49 to play here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
For work or play, it's Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Silverado and Colorados. Ready to roll for November. Get going in a powerful new full-size Chevrolet Silverado with discounts over $15,000 off. Test drive the mid-size Chevy Colorados. Big performance and big discounts up to $6,500 off. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
All right, Scott and Mike back here, 34-7, Brookstone on top. And they are just about to punch their ticket to a semifinal matchup next Friday night against FPD. And you can see that right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Jimmy Hunter will kick it. What do you know? He kicks it all the way out of the end zone this time.
Folks, this time out is
And the
brought to you
Vikings
by
will.
W.D. Crowley's, conveniently located in Peachtree Mall. Come see us after you leave Diamond Gym.
We have gone into a time warp here, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
we have. Yes, we have.
W.D. Crowley. Boy, that brings back some memories for me. Woo! I was single back then. That's how I had hair back then. Of course, I had hair when this game began.
Yeah, absolutely.
It has been so long, such a long game, that now I don't. All right, the Vikings with it. All right, now for Brookstone, you just want to keep everybody healthy. And there's a wounded duck that's intercepted by Brookstone at the 35, the 30, 20, 15, and pulled out of bounds. William Gilly with the interception.
Inside the 10-yard line. Cougars ball, first and goal. 4:34 left in this ball game.
So William Gilly with the interception.
Really nice return from Gilly there too. He had some blocking out in front of him and very nearly a pick six there.
So first and goal at the 9-yard line. And Brookstone looking to hang a 40 spot on the board.
Brookstone trying to get all their personnel out there. Clock is down to 5.
Big number 67, TJ Whitfield, who plays both ways, limping a little bit. There's Sammy LeBoy again up the middle. Touchdown, Cougars. Have a night, Sammy LeBoy.
Well, Scott, I don't know about you, but I have a vote for the Alex Quinney All-State Player of the Game, so Good Hands Player of the Game. So I'm casting my vote now.
Yeah, I think this will be the least surprising Alex Quinney Good Hands Player of the Game all year long. Sammy LeBoy, the electrifying player who moved in from South Florida. Such a great kid in addition to being a great football player. Listen to this Brookstone crowd as the Cougar fans standing and roaring for a dominating performance tonight. And going to go for
now
two
what
again.
We got going on?
Rand Jones, backup quarterback, is in, and a flag is thrown.
And we had a flag as number 11 for Pacelli was
E.J. Rivers
escorted off the field. I don't know not sure what that situation was.
And the Pacelli coaches are going to try to find out now. Coach Ian Headley in his first year here at Brookstone, and what a year he has. He has his team now in the semifinals. His coaching staff, Jason Armstrong, Sam Lord, Philip Farmer, Lyndon Kilcrease, Wayne Moore, Bobby Howard, and Travis Jones.
Number 11, Rand Jones checked in at quarterback.
Actually, he pointed the wrong direction there. That was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Pacelli with an ejection. So I believe that Keon Williams was ejected, unfortunately, after that play. Frustrations got the best of him there. And
so Rand Jones is in.
I believe that penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
E.J. Rivers, a freshman running back, is also in the game, standing next to Rand. And Rand is going to keep it himself and not be able to get there, so the Pacelli defense holds. And the score stays Brookstone 40, Pacelli 7, 4:29 to play here on the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live Game of the Week.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
All right, Scott and Mike back here, and they've penalized Brookstone, and Jimmy Hunter will kick it off from the 25. 40-7, Brookstone on top, 4:29 left. And this one is down to the 10-yard line, and it will be returned. It's Colvin, I believe it is, and a great
tackle.
Shoestring tackle over there.
Kingston Terry,
man,
chased him down.
Kingston's had a night on defense.
He really has.
And this Brookstone defense, I mentioned it before. I mean, this is a balanced team, offense and defense, but the heart and soul, I think, of this team is their defense, and they showed it again tonight.
They really have. They've had an excellent defensive game. The lone score, a long pass, but they rose up, caused a turnover inside the 5 earlier in the first half. They've gotten a couple of interceptions, 3 interceptions to be exact, I believe.
MJ Archibald limping off the field on one leg. He got off in time.
Number 6, Jack Jones.
Just a couple of little score updates from the Alabama side tonight. Scott, Glenwood is defeating Thomasville 43-10 now. And my friends from Opelika up at Hewitt Trustful, and they are ahead in the fourth quarter, 24-21. That'd be a big, big win for Opelika.
All right, Brookstone has called timeout. We'll take the timeout with them here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
All right, so the Vikings, Sherman's going to hand it off, and a wave of blue jerseys led by Charlie Peak. And Savon Kelly will stop him there with 3:52 to go.
3rd down and long for this Cougar defense.
So 3rd and 9 for the Vikings. 40-7, Brookstone on top. They led 20-7 at the half, so been very symmetrical for the Cougars tonight.
Good word.
Yeah. I don't know what that means. That I just heard it somewhere. I hope I used it correctly. There's a whistle. Timeout, Brookstone. He's got some young players out there now.
On the field.
Well, let's take another break. We'll take another break, Chris. We'll take a break. Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
All right, Scott and Mike back here.
After the game, I will personally be with
again, Chris Gates, the producer, main camera, Louis Sandble, and field camera, David Plata. Mr. Dave doing a great job down there, all our crew. Trying to carry Mike and I along here. Sherman back the pass, throws, it's complete for the first down.
Pass complete for a Viking first down.
And that was, I believe that was Caps Green out there for the reception.
And they run the clock.
First and 10. Sherman gonna hand it, trying to get around the corner, cannot do it. Harrison Baker met him there. Frankie Bickerstaff was there. And a flag is also there.
Just checked into the game, number 58, Daniel the boy.
Holding on the Vikings.
Also number 82, Jack Houston in the game.
I'll be interested to see, to look at the final stats and see how many penalties there were tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely been a penalty-laden game. I still don't think it catches the game that we had last week because we had a lot of hankies thrown last week where we were. But sometimes that's typical of a last regular season game where we were last week, where they're just trying to get it over with. It was meaningless and had no ramifications for postseason.
Well, this is going to be a 3-hour game tonight.
Penalties have definitely played into that for sure.
Going to hand it off again up the middle, and not much doing there. Stopped at the 29-yard line, just 2:44 to play.
A lot of subs in the game for both sides.
Official is sending one of the Brookstone players off the field.
And that would be Mitchum Kelly. I don't think he's been ejected or anything. I think he's just been told to take a break.
Number 45, Ashton Colbert checks into the game on defense.
Clock still running, 2.5 minutes to go in this one. It's been an impressive night for Coach Ian Headley's Cougars tonight. As they will advance to the Final Four, the semifinals here next week. Up to the 30. And out of bounds there.
Hayes, number 23, with a nice hit.
So FPD beat Strong Rock 42-7.
Going to bring up third and long.
FPD will be in here next week for the semifinals, and they were in here for the regular season way back on September 5th, and Brookstone won that game 31-22.
Yeah, you and I did that game, Scott, early in the season, and that was a good football game, and FPD is a good football team. That'll be a
Number
good one next
51,
week.
Luke Moss checks into the game for the Cougars.
Stratford will be one of the semifinalists in the other bracket, and Bullock and George Walton. Probably Bullock. They're playing in that other game.
Number 8, Harrison Baker, in on the stop.
See if I can find a score from that game, Scott. Saw it earlier.
150 to play.
12.
Fourth down and about 12.
Actually, George Walton beat Bullock 27-7.
Wow.
27-17, excuse me, 27-17. George Walton Academy moves to 11-0.
Wow. Bullock was the 4 seed, George Walton the 5th seed in the rankings. And Bullock had been on a roll, and they're one of the powerhouses. So George Walton and Stratford in the other bracket at Stratford. Snap, a whistle as the snap goes flying over the head of the punter, delay of game. So next week, we'll have it here for you on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Brookstone and FPD.
Outstanding job.
And I have enjoyed my work on Georgia Alabama Sports Live this year, and my 6th straight year of doing Brookstone on this go-around. And I will not be here next week. Columbus State basketball will start the season. That's my main job, and so I'll be there. The kick is off the side of his foot and up. I think Thrift Behringer is planning on being here with the play-by-play, and so I want to thank all the guys, Thrift and all the guys at Georgia Alabama Sports Live, Chris and Tyler and everybody for making this a fun year to work. Just a different way to do the Brookstone games this year, much better way with a great company. So I've enjoyed it, and I'll be keeping an eye on it from the Lumpkin Center next Friday night.
And we've got a second ejection. And that one went against.
Number 36, Bobby David, checked into the game, as does number 12, Cade Webster.
So Rand Jones, a sophomore backup quarterback. Deacon Leatherwood checks back into the game. We've got going to back it up on the Cougars. Bobby David, freshman running back, is in the game for Brookstone.
The down marker still hasn't moved, Scott. It still shows 4th down.
Well, it's been a long night for everyone.
And now they're going to mark off the penalty against Pacelli.
Yes, the dead ball foul.
I'm still confused.
You're not the only one, my friend. And the confusion is not just in the press box.
No, sir, it is not.
All right, Rand in the gun. And he's going to kneel. 46 seconds. And let's see if they're going to, they're going to have to get one more play off. Play clock is 3 seconds faster than the game clock. But what a thrill for Rand Jones, a sophomore quarterback. I bet he never imagined that he would be in the victory formation tonight, huh? And that's it.
There you go.
The clock will run out, and the Brookstone Cougars have defeated the Pacelli Vikings. The Cougars win, and the Cougars advance to the semifinals next week here at Max Strong Stadium against FPD. great night for Brookstone.
Absolutely. It was kind of an ugly first half, Scott, in a lot of ways, but Brookstone got it done. And in the second half, the defense just really took over against this Pacelli team. And Pacelli had some good plays and some good drives going, but a great job by the defense of the Cougars tonight. Outstanding finish to the season for Pacelli. They started slow, put it together, got a nice run going, but tonight they just ran into a team that was prepared and ready to go, and Brookstone pulls off a win against their rival, and they go to the semifinals.
Are we ready for to reveal the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game? Chris says yes, and drum roll, please, Sammy LeBoy. What a night he had.
You're kidding.
What a shocker, huh? On this crazy night, that was a given. Sammy LeBoy, outstanding all the way around. So congratulations to Sammy, and congratulations to Coach Ian Headley and his fine staff, Jason Armstrong, Sam Lord, Phil Farmer, Lyndon Kilcrease, Wayne Moore, Bobby Howard, and Travis Jones. And I personally want to thank them. They gave me great insight this year, allowing me to be at all their practices, and it was very advantageous for me and fun to be around all those guys. And you know, it's great to be a Cougar, whether you're a Brookstone Cougar or a CSU Cougar, and so I've been blessed to be with both of them, as Mike has.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so that's it. We will wrap it up here, and my thanks to Mike Peacock, Chris Gates, Louis Sandville, and Dave Plata. And on this winning night in the state playoffs from Max Strong Stadium, your final score, Brookstone 40, Pacelli 7. This is Scott Miller saying so long, everyone.